Our time grows short. Yes, I know you have me trapped here with no way out. I know I can't touch you much as I would want that. And I know you have weapons pointed at me, and yet still I tell you that our time grows short. I told you about the individual paths. I told you about the paths involving worship of some leader. Now we can move on to other, more collective paths. The path of the hive, the path of blood, and the path of the feral heart. The hive is a Bali path. The Bali are nice, generous, considerate vampires who show up in movies to help poor orphan girls. The Bali are demon worshippers and infernalists, the evilest amongst us, the demons and the monsters that we call demons and monsters. And how do they stay together? How does such a group of wretches actually manage to achieve anything? Well, they don't achieve much if we have anything to do with it. But back in the day, they could achieve things. And how? The path of the hive. They had an entire cosmology in which they were the heroes. They were doing the great works to save the entire universe. It's a relatively trivial hack. Everyone is convinced that they're saving the world. So convincing the Bali of that, they had a nonsense mythology about Cain and Abel. No, a different one. Abel was the father of vampires here because that's clever, isn't it? But the main practical focus of this was a nest, a group of Balis, and this path focused on loyalty to each other. Oh yes, the great work in saving the world, but practice loyalty to each other. That's what kept them from tearing each other's throats out, until I got there and tore their throats out myself. I didn't delve too deeply into there. I just know that they thought that their beast would be providing them information from God. Yes, listen to your inner monster, because it's actually telling you messages from God. Then we have the path of blood. The Assamites were mainly following that. Their founder was a legendary Hakim, lawgiver. They are convinced that all vampires are a blight upon this world. You'd get along quite well, for a few seconds at least. And they must convert all vampires to this belief and to the rules laid down by Hakim the judge as to how we are to comport ourselves. Give the rule givers some credit. It is a fabulous way of binding an organization together across great distances, and as it grows to huge sizes, yes. They have, and one of them came to me once, asked me to convert to Hakim's cause, saying that he would tear me to shreds if I refused. So I accepted, and then tore him to shreds. You dare do that to me? But then I ran, because I know that the followers of Hakim act in concert, and attacking one is attacking all. Yes, they have mastered coordination almost as well as humans can. And then finally, no, they are not monsters to humans particularly. You're not their concern. They leave you to God. And try not to kill too many of you in the meantime. The last is the path of the feral heart. Remember when I told you of the paths of the hunter? Nature, predator. Follow the dictate of the predator, of the killer. Be the top of the food chain, all that nonsense. Well, the path of the feral heart follows that. It follows it strongly, but with a huge pack mentality. To think that this is just a small innovation. After all, there are packs in the wild. There are wolf packs. But it is a huge change. It moves it from an individual path to a group. And though they eschew dynamics, they are political dynamics. They are a group, which means they inevitably have politics, much as they try to avoid it. So yes, even hunters, even predators can choose to band together. All you need to do is utterly dedicate every moment of your undead existence to it.